by that deadline of midnight on Friday. Lester?
All right, Ryan Nobles, thanks. There's new concern tonight about bird flu after the CDC reported the first severe case in a person. And California declared a state of emergency because of the spread of bird flu in cattle. Our Ann Thompson has late details.
The person who has contracted this latest case of the bird flu lives in Louisiana. But unlike the 60 other cases, the CDC says this case is severe. So much so the person is hospitalized in critical condition. And while most other human cases involve commercial farm workers, this is the first case of someone getting the virus from a backyard flock, according to the CDC. How concerned are you about this case in Louisiana?
I'm very concerned, and I'm not saying that this is a cause for panic right now, but in the medium term, I think all the signs are pointing to the temperature rising with bird flu in terms of its potential impact on humans.
The CDC says the strain that has infected dairy cows is different from the one that sent the Louisiana resident to the hospital. 9 states have reported human cases of bird flu this year, and tonight California has declared a state of emergency over the outbreak to give local agencies more resources to prevent it from becoming a bigger problem.
People should be alert, they should be vigilant, but not scared. It really reminds us all to get flu shots right now, because if you get infected with both bird flu and human flu, they can exchange genes and really make a variant that is more easily able to enter the human body and make us more sick.
And joining me now, just what is the threat to the general public?
The good news is, Lester, the CDC says the threat is low. There's no evidence of person-to-person transmission. It has all been from infected animals to humans. So the advice is to avoid sick or dead animals. And if you own a backyard flock, you're a hunter or a bird enthusiast, wear personal protective gear, gloves and masks when dealing with the animals. The same is true for farm workers.
Okay, Ann, thanks for that update. A stock.
The United States has now reported its first severe human case of bird flu in a resident in Louisiana who is hospitalized and is in critical condition after a suspected contact with an infected backyard flock. The Louisiana patient's severe respiratory illness indicates elevated health risks. People who were affected earlier suffered from eye redness, or what is known as eye redness. Meanwhile, California, the most populous state, declared an emergency over the H5N1 virus as it spread more widely in dairy herds. Federal and state officers are facing a difficult time in controlling the outbreak around the nation, which has infected dairy cattle for the first time in 2024. This also as some farmers are resisting testing. Bird flu still represents a low risk to the general public. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention said CDC has confirmed 61 human cases nationally since April, mostly in workers on dairy farms where the virus infected cattle. Workers culling infected poultry also have tested positive. Now, according to the U.S. data, bird flu has infected more than 860 dairy herds in 16 states since March and killed 123 million poultry since the outbreak began in 2022. In California, the top U.S. milk-producing state, 649 herds have tested positive. Since late August, roughly 60% of the herds have tested positive.